need to apologize to you all you wonderful people, because I was wrong, and I hate to admit that, but I was. When I woke up this morning, I was at 405 subscribers. Now I'm at 406. And you know what? I thought that I was going to be happy when I hit the goal of 400 subscribers. I thought my life was going to be fulfilled. I thought that I was going to just wake up and have sunshine and rainbows surrounding me forever and ever, and that I would be able to rest in peace. But I've realized since this morning that no, 406 subscribers is not enough to make me happy. I need more. I need 500. I need 1,000. I need 10,000. I need 1 million. I need 15 billion. People who aren't even born yet need to subscribe. So, make some babies and tell them to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. It's on you. It's your job to do so. And I need you to realize that. I can't subscribe to myself. You have to do it. So thank you. But, to earn your subscription, I decided to build a little deck for you today. It's not my own creation. I mean, I put these pile of cards together. But of course, I'm sure most of you are familiar if you're playing Edison format for a few years now. You've heard of the Welledad deck. It's a deck that I've always been interested in because I think it's a kind of similar to what I was saying in my last videos. It's a pile of good cards, and I like those kinds of decks, especially in Edison format. Piles of good cards that are not just a single archetype. So let's talk about this pile of good cards. Playing Welledad, you're obviously going to run 3 Krebins and 2 Telekinetic Power Well. If you don't know this card, it easily could be limited in this format if it was more explored back in the day. Special summon any number of level 2 or lower psychic monsters from your graveyard. If you do, take damage equal to the level of those monsters times 300. So if you summon 2 Krebins, you take 1200 damage, 600 per Krebins. Incredibly powerful card. It's a soul charge for level 2 or lower psychic monsters. No Psychic Commander because it's a level 3, so no point running it. We're also running the, of course, 1 Emergency Teleport, which is just a fantastic card. To get the Krebins into the grave, because in my opinion, that's the thing you want to do, is turbo Krebins into the grave, so then you can have these big pushes using the Telekinetic Power Well. I like Dark Grepher. I find Armageddonite to be a little bit too slow. I like the stat line of Grepher better, and I like the fact that you can pitch a Krebins from your hand and then have another Krebins go to the grave. Or you can send a different Dark Monster, because of course there's a bunch of nice Dark Monsters to send to the graveyard. So we're running, apologies for that, triple Dark Grepher along with the 1 reinforcement of the army. And if you can see, just a little bit over on the other side of the deck list, we're going to be running, along with the Reinforcement Army, 1 Stratos to search for, which will help us get to Malicious and Evil Hero Infernal Prodigy. Infernal Prodigy is a special summon from the hand that can make the Armory Arm Colossal OTK possible, using the Krebins, which is very nice. It plays a lot like the Diva Hero deck does, because you're using the level 2 tuners, except instead of Diva being the water that can help make Ab-Zero as well, you basically get to run the Telekinetic Power Well. And I like it more, in my opinion. Malicious, obviously a great card, helps facilitate level 8 synchros using the Krebins. To help get to everything, the Krebins and the Malicious, we're running 2 Mystic Tomato. I don't want to run 3, it's a little bit restrictive just because it has to be destroyed by battle. But you can also get nice things like Gale, Plague Splitter Zombie, or frankly, you don't want to get it, but Necrogarda you can get if you choose to. It's probably better just to send off of a Grepher. But if you want to send it into the graveyard after special summoning from Mystic Tomato by tributing for a Caius, then you can do that. Caius is great in this deck. Krebins can keep itself on the field. Telekinetic Power can, in theory, even though it wouldn't be the best, most ideal way to use it, bring back the Krebins to then tribute over for the Caius. You can use Emergency Teleport and tribute for the Caius. You can pitch Caius to Dark Grepher. You can special summon Dark Grepher, pitching a Malicious, and then either use Malicious effect or tribute over the special summon to Grepher for Caius. So there's a lot of ways to facilitate the Caius in this deck, along with 2 Cyber Dragons. I want the level 5s, so I can potentially make Black Rose. I like that it's a free special summon. If your opponent sets up a pretty big board, you can special summon Cyber Dragon, normal summon Krebins, and make it Black Rose. It's also light, which is important because we are running 1 Chaos Sorcerer. This might not be the best card, only because we are running only 2 lights. But it's a decent card. If you can use it in your deck, you might as well. We're running Gores and Trag as a little bit of defense. Trag is great because it can manipulate its level. And then, of course, Dark Armed Dragon. It is a Welledad deck. Dad being Dark Armed Dragon. Allure of Darkness, Brain Control, Foolish, Heavy Storm, Mind Control, MST, and Lightning Vortex. So a bunch of one-ofs, limited spells. Brain Control, Mind Control, because you can tribute with the Caius, or you can synchro with the Mind Control. Foolish to get whatever you need into the graveyard. Heavy Storm because it's a good card. MST because it's a good card. Lightning Vortex. I just wanted a way to potentially pitch a Malicious that's stuck in your hand, or a Plague, or a Necro. Maybe the Light if you have a Cyber Dragon and have a Chaos Sorcerer in hand. It's just a way to get cards into the graveyard that is not just Dark Grepher. Also Krebins potentially. And then, of course, running the 4 best traps in the format, arguably. Trap Dust Shoot, Torrential, Mirror Force, and Judgment. Side deck is a side deck. The only real notable things... potentially the Bottomless, because it can banish stuff like a Blackwing for the Blackwing matchup, and then Decrees for any super heavy trap decks. Let's just go ahead and make this the default, and click this button, and just go into a Edison format game, and see how it goes. Oh, found one right away. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. If not, go and make it a fantastic day. Then you can come back and finish this video for me. Thank you. Let's see our opening hand. I believe we lost the rock, paper, scissors. We did. Opening hand is Trag, Plague, Dark Grepher, Evil Hero, Infernal Prodigy, and Mystic Tomato. And look at that Blackwing. Oh my goodness. Double Whirlwind into Bora. Well, we're in for a ride. Searching probably Blizzard and Kalute, maybe Gale. There's the Blizzard. And there's the Gale. Okay. Telling me he might have the Kalute in hand already. We get a Foolish Burial. So... my thought process here is... can we go for a Colossal Armory Arm OTK? No, because he doesn't have a monster big enough. He needs to have something bigger than 1800. But I think we could, potentially. I think we'll just start by summoning the Mystic Tomato and ending. Don't want to attack into the Bora. I want to let him just search all his cards. I'm not going to be able to play through this Black Whirlwind. I don't have a Heavy Storm. He's just going to be doing his searching. But I think my best bet is to just find a cheeky OTK when I have an opportunity to do so. I just need him to put something a little bit bigger on board. So preferably if he's to make a level 6 synchro of some sort. He tributes for the Sirocco. Searching a Shura. 2 Shuras, okay. And I'll take 600 damage. And get myself maybe a Krebins. Yeah, we'll go Krebins. He sets 1 back row and ends. I get a Dust Shoot, which will do nothing. Unfortunately, I can't use the Infernal Prodigy. Because I have a monster on field. So what can I make? I can normal Infernal Prodigy. Make the Armory Arm. Then I need a level 8. Okay. I think I know how to do this. Let's pitch Tragodia, special summon Dark Grepher. And it is a Royal Oppression. Well, that basically makes it... Okay, we're going to go to game 2. Oppression is the card that I can't beat. We'll bring in triple Dust Tornadoes and Bottomless. Don't like Lightning Vortex. Cyber Dragons are pretty good, but I don't think we need the Chaos Sorcerer. Gale, I don't think we need. Maybe one tomato gets taken out. Foolish is good. Maybe the Dust Shoot. Alright, and we'll go first to this game. Hopefully it'll go better than the last game. Although, obviously that was a pretty hard beatdown in that last game. I think you gotta expect it when your opponent opens Bora, double, Black Whirlwind. But I think you saw that we had lines there. Like, that was a solid game plan that we had. Unfortunately here, a little bit bricked. We'll go ahead, summon Dark Grepher, declare, pitching the Malicious, and probably sending Plague. Or do we send... We'll send Necro Gardener. And we'll set MST, in case he has a Whirlwind. He summons Sirocco. No Whirlwind, fortunately. Give him the thumbs up for the Sirocco. And we will keep our Grepher alive, because I want to use it potentially next turn. He sets 2 back row. We'll MST the first one. It was an oppression. Okay, I'll take it. I think we just tribute for Caius. It's a bottomless. He takes 1,000 and we'll set. We do have a Malicious Engrave for our second Caius next turn. Depending on what he does this turn. He just goes to end. Unfortunately, without anything to banish, using the Malicious is a no-go. Fossil Dyna. I'm gonna Solid Judgment that. I can't have that staying on the field. Frankly, I probably could have, because I do have enough normal summons, but I'm happy to get that off the field now. Unfortunately, we draw 3 Caiuses this game. It happens, but a Stratos, a Grepher, there was a lot of other things that I could draw that would have been A-okay. Okay, we get another Grepher. I think... Do we special summon Infernal Prodigy, or do we use the Malicious? Because we have triple Krebins in Grave, I think we're going to special summon Infernal Prodigy. And try to banish his Kalut. And attack for 24. Does he have Gores? No Gores. He's got the card advantage, but I feel pretty decent in this position. I have the monster. I have a way to destroy any back row that he plays. Have not seen a Black Whirlwind yet, so I don't need to waste my Dust Tornado on that. The best bet would be if he sets one back row and summons one monster. He blizzards. That's fine. I'm assuming he's going to Kalute, maybe Gale. Brain control. Well, unfortunate. He doesn't attack with the blizzard. I'll take it. What does he make? He makes a Stardust. Main phase 2 and ends. Okay. Well, let's go ahead. Assuming no DD Crow. We'll banish the Malicious to special summon a Malicious. Tribute for our third Caius. And attack directly. So we now have the card advantage again. I get why he didn't attack with the Blizzard, though I feel like you should have pushed for game. The summon is fine. I have to Mirror Force his Shura attack. And if he has back row, I can pop it with Dust Tornado, and that will be game. Okay, we actually get a win. Book of Moon could also be interesting. Maybe over the Allure. And maybe the Mind Control. Actually, let's keep the Allure in just because it helps us find things. I feel like Allure can help us search through our deck to get to some of this side deck cards. He only's running 13 in the extra, I'm just noticing. Opening hand doesn't look fantastic. Double Krebins, Tomato, Malicious, Torrential. I like the Torrential. And I like Bottomless Trap Hole. Do we summon... Yeah, we'll summon Krebins. Attack for 12, and we'll set Bottomless Trap Hole. Don't necessarily want to set the Torrential. I'll Bottomless Trap Hole his Sirocco. He Book of Moons. Alright. That's Heavy Storm. Starlight Road? No, everything goes to grave. I get why he did that. He needed to keep his Dimensional Prison available. We'll set Torrential just for some backup, but I think we're going to have a pretty solid game here. That's fine. Okay. What do we want to do here? If we summon Krebins, we can Synchro. I think we set MST and end. If he attacks Tomato, Then we can search something with the tomato effect. If he attacks Krebins, we can negate. Infernal Prodigy. Tomato can get us what? Can get us Necrogardna. It could get us Plague Spreader. No Sangan, unfortunately. We'll end. We're letting him build up advantage, which is unfortunate, but you gotta do what you gotta do. He ends his turn again. Okay, there's a Necrogardna. Is there anything we can synchro? We could synchro for a 6. Pitching. If we synchro for 6, Bryo, pitching Gardna, Malicious, that we can synchro in 8. Yeah, I think this is the play. Okay. So it's unfortunate that he hits our monsters, takes our play away, but I'm still pretty confident in our ability to win this game. We'll summon Krebins and attack directly. Haven't even seen a Power Well this game. This match, to be exact. Let's go ahead and Torrential. I don't know if that was actually the play at all, now that I think about it. We'll set Gardna. Set Dust Tornado. He summons Shura. Unfortunately. That's fine. He searches himself. What? Maybe a Gale? Maybe a Vayu? Haven't seen a Vayu. I'm assuming he's playing at least one. If he gets Vayu, which he does, he'll hit us for 800. Maybe instead of MSTing the Icarus attack, it would have been better to just synchro right away and prio. He synchros for an android. Yep. Okay. I think we have to... If we special summon Prodigy, we can normal summon Malicious. I think we have to go ahead and set the Plague and end. The goal is to make a level 8 synchro here in a turn or two. And if we use Dust in the end phase. The question is, do we Necro Gardna when he attacks the Plague? I don't think we do, because I think we want to tribute the Prodigy for the Malicious. He Allures of Darknesses, that's fine. Banishing what? A Kalute, okay. Kalute's a weird looking card. Where's its mouth? Battle phase, he attacks over the Plague, fine by me. And he just goes to end. Okay, we also now get a Brain Control. So I think we have game here. Pulling the rug. We don't actually have game, now that I think about it, because Android is 24, puts him at 3,000. We could make a 3,000 to level 8 Synchro, but not by keeping a monster on field. Or we don't have enough cards for Plague if we use Brain Control. I think we still make this play. We'll special summon Prodigy. Tribute Prodigy for Malicious. Declare the Plague. Top deck and hope he doesn't have DD Crow. Banish the Plague. Malicious goes to grave. And I think we make ourselves Thought Ruler. He takes 300. I gain 24. End phase. Declare, and we draw ourselves the Brain Control that we top decked. Powerwell and Malicious. If we draw Powerwell, we can then use Malicious and make another level 8. He goes ahead and Blizzards, getting himself the Bora. Probably going to make himself, if I had to guess, a YuGiOh, which he does. Does he go straight to battle? He Values, making a Armed Wing, but the Armed Wing is negated, so it will not gain the 500 damage. And unless he has Kalute. He does not. Alright. We'll pay 800. Targeting the YuGiOh Guardian. And I think from here, we could banish Malicious, so I don't think that's the right play. I think the right play is just summon Grepher and try to attack. He eats 1,700 damage. He's playing this well. Gale. That's 850. 300. We eat 450 damage and end. I'll set my Dust Tornado that I just drew. He has a set Heavy Storm. Excuse me. God, something's in the back of my throat. Apologies. Okay, we get an Elemental Hero, Stratos. Searching ourselves. The other Infernal guy. And got to attack over the Gale, for obvious reasons. Well, okay, so that's 27. We eat 9. This is 3,000. I think we have to hope that he doesn't draw a monster. And he does. Just to make sure, because yeah. And what was our next draw? Powerwell, Tragodia, Foolish, Grepher. See if he says anything, and nope, he just leaves. Okay, we'll do one more quick match, I think. And 104. You know what? Unfortunately, guys, I would have loved to say we'll do another match. I just don't think I have the time right now. My apologies. 32-minute video. I like to give you 40 minutes or more, but unfortunately, it is what it is. Tell me how bad I misplayed there. I'm sure that I made some plays that were not optimal. I watched my advantage quickly pour away. I Heavy Stormed him for 3. He went -1 with a Book of Moon on a Sirocco, and I still lost to the game. The biggest one I can see was maybe immediately synchroing into the Brionek that would have been able to pitch Necrogardna and Malicious from my hand. Getting rid of his other 2 cards that were on field, though I suppose the Icarus attack would have still been set, so maybe pitching 3. The idea behind it was going to be MST, the back row, get rid of one of the threats, and then making the Brionek, pitching Malicious and Necro, getting the other 2 cards that were on the field off of the field, assuming the Brio survived, which probably was my wishful thinking. If the Brio survived, then I would be able to summon the Malicious, summon my Krebins, I believe, maybe it was Plague in hand, I think it was the Krebins, make a level 8 Synchro that would be on the field with the Brionek, which would be, what, 50-something, I think is at 5,300 damage, so we wouldn't be able to push for game, obviously. That was my game plan. It did not come to fruition, but I think this deck, looking at it, has some actual synergy with it. Maybe Gale could be cut. I like that Gale's a level 3 tuner that can be searched off of Mystic Tomato, but it's kind of a brick in a way. It doesn't do too much if you end up finding it in your hand. But it can also make a level 8 Synchro with Cyber Dragon. It's just a good card. There's a reason it's at 1 in Edison format. But I think this deck truly does have... I mean, we already know Welledad's good. This specific version that I just threw together, I think is pretty good. I like it. I'm not going to lie. I will maybe tinker around with some of the ratios a little bit, maybe cutting one of the Infernal Prodigies. But obviously being able to search for the second one was kind of nice with the Stratos. Yeah, I don't think it's bad. I think it's a pretty fun deck. Let me know how bad I misplayed. Let me know what changes you would make to the deck. Tell me all the reasons you think I am the Yu-Gi-Oh! Scrub. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.